this is going to be short and sweet because I already filmed a little review on Judy and somehow magically it stopped recording. So, Judy, don't go see it. It's a crap movie. It was bad, it was horribly acted, and the singing was atrocious. Oh. Awful, 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 awful. Yeah. What did I just watch? I watched Renee Zellweger prancing around in a black wig with brown contacts, trying her best to act like Judy Garland. That's not what happened. She didn't look like Judy Garland. She didn't have the mannerisms. And in all her interviews, she kept saying that, you know, I watched her mannerisms and I watched and I fell asleep and I studied and I on YouTube and all of that. It's like, all I saw there was you, Renee. You didn't transform into Judy. And I hope to God you don't get an Oscar. Because that was... Oh. The other thing was her relationship with her children. There was no sort of or no sort of interaction between her and her kids to let us know that she really cared for them, except for one little snippet of when she was bringing her son milk. But that's just an average motherly task that doesn't really show an extraordinary amount of love. If anything, she loved performing, and that was very clear in the movie. It was so cheesy. It was so cheesy. It was saccharinely sweet. Like, at the end of the movie, there's this moment that just makes me want to vomit. Like, this is a sad, sad, tragic story. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to make her out to be this amazing mother. I don't believe she was. I don't think she actually was. So I think there were a lot of inaccuracies. I'm not sure. I don't even know about Judy Garland that much. I know that her childhood was constantly up, like she was being force-fed pills and she couldn't eat, and it just, the way they portrayed that on screen, there was always this like zoom in on the pills, like dun dun dun, she's on pills, you know, when they could have done it in another way that was a little more artistic, a little more subtle, a little more appropriate. But it was like, you know, it seemed so fake. It seemed unbelievable. It seemed so fake. So fake. And yeah, it was kind of painful to watch, to be honest. It didn't make sense. There was this constant back and forth between her childhood life and then her nowadays life, and it was going back, and it was just... And then at one point she was like even singing, and it was slicing back to her childhood? For what? If she's gonna sing something, let's focus on the singing. It was like in the middle of her whole singing, they were like splicing between some other thing. It's like, come on. This is Judy Garland. You don't take your eye off of her when she's singing, and you don't like focus. It was all over the map. And leave it, I don't know. It was directed and written and produced by a man. Let's just, I mean, I don't think that they did a good job. And the play, it was based on a play, I guess, called The Edge of the Rainbow, also written by a man. They didn't portray her agony or her pain or her anguish. Like, when I kept thinking, like, what other movies have I seen that have actually done justice to the artist? And I'd have to say La Vie en Rose. Marlene Cotillard played Edith Piaf, and that was, like, the most moving movie. It showed pain and anguish, and, oh, it was just like, you know, her lover died while she was in the hotel, and it was just so dramatic. And maybe that's because she's French and she can actually convey those emotions, but Renee just played this really flat Judy. There was no This guy smashed a glass against the wall, and she was just like, "Ooh," you know. I'd be like, "Ah, ah, ah," you know. There was no sort of like, ah. It was just like, "Ooh, ooh." No, you're gonna like want to self-soothe and like hold your hair or like, ah, you know. And then there was Liza Minnelli. Liza Minnelli was in it, and she didn't even look like Liza Minnelli. They could have done so many things to Renee to help her look more like Judy. They could have taken like makeup tape and like lifted up her eyelids maybe somehow. I don't know. Like they do that for actors. There's like this tape that you can like lift to like lift up a little. Give your eyes a little lift. Nothing too much. Just a little lift. They could have lifted those eyelids because Judy Garland. Let's see if my phone is on. Hold on, and I'll check what time it is. Judy Garland had really big, beautiful brown eyes, and Renee has these squinty, you know, squinty eyes. The contacts were awful. The singing was just awful. Moaning, howling, rasping, like jugular, like I do not know what they were aiming for with all of that. And oh god, it was so cheesy. It was meant to be like this feel-good movie. It was that's not how I want to that's not the reality of the case with Judy Garland. Like it's not a feel-good story, and that movie was like, you know, she oh god. All right, spoiler alert. Don't watch for like the next 10 seconds. I'm gonna look up some Judy Garland interview. I feel like almost like Kristen Wiig on SNL did a better impersonation of Judy Garland than Renee did. Honestly. I mean, let's see. I'm gonna take a look at some Judy Garland interviews while we're here. Hopefully, let's see. Maybe this will make me take everything I said back once I see some Judy. Some real Judy. But whatever Renee did, like, even if that was authentic Judy, like... Yeah, see, even in the 2 seconds, I know it's Judy because Judy is very, I feel like she's like, kind of, she has life, she has soul, she's very like, you know, and I didn't see any of this in Renee. A lovely lady, like you. It was not, Renee didn't, oh my god, I cannot, that just makes me mad. It just makes me mad.
And she's been engaged for over 2 years, and it's very, I'm just terribly happy, terribly proud. Did you cry? No?
Don't go see it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Thank God it was a short movie. Thank God it just like, it was short. It was short, so it didn't last on for hours and hours. They kept it short. And the guy who was her love interest, I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but his accent was horrible. He'd talk like a New Yorker, and then it would go away and it would be like normal again. He would say like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this deal in New York, and I got this bar, and we're gonna mix up these drinks, and we like, and then all of a sudden he was back to no accent. What's up with that? So yeah, short and sweet. There's no reason to go see that movie. I wish I wouldn't have seen it. I wish I didn't have to see that. I mean, I did get emotional toward the end, but that's just the nature of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So let's end this, shall we? Let's end this. Let's wrap this up, and I'm going to sing a little tune for you. Because I feel like since we're on the topic, we might as well, right? Might as well. Let's do a little karaoke here. Because we know it's bad movie, so what else are we gonna do? Alright, here we go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? So yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. But definitely, tomorrow we're watching something better because that was a shit show.